Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have this new figure that I made for the Etsy. It is the titanomyrma giganteum, which, if you've seen Walking with Beast, you were probably traumatized by these things. But anyways, let's take a closer look. Pretty much, they come with an ant mound, the 2 worker ants, and 1 queen, which, starting off with the mound, it's the biggest part of the set. Pretty simple, it's just hollow on the inside, nothing in there. But, yeah, pretty simple. Next, here's the titanomyrma queen. You can see the sculpt. I did have to upsize this animal a little bit since I know they're really big ants, but they're still really small animals. Definitely the smallest creature I've made for the Etsy so far, but that's the queen. Then we have the 2 workers, which you can see. They also had to be on like actual bases because, again, they're very small. I need to make them at least somewhat bigger. So, yeah, there's not too much to these figures outside of the fact that you can put them all under the ant mound, and they are completely in there. That's really the only thing. There's not really an action feature or anything. These guys are just really small figures. And these were some extras for the Etsy, since these guys do come in the actual gas store in a set. But anyways, next, here's it compared to a human figure, which, let me actually grab one real fast. Yeah, here's the human figure compared to him. Outsizes them by quite a bit. So, yeah. For actual like tip measure, or I mean ruler in, the actual ant mound measures in at about, I'd say, like 1.5 inches tall and maybe like 1.5 inches wide. The queen comes in at under an inch, very small figure, and then I'd say way wider, like maybe like 3/4 of an inch wide. Then for the worker, comes in at like I'd say 3/4 of an inch tall and about 1/2 inch wide. Very small. Honestly, I probably should just be using centimeters straight up. But about 1.5 centimeters wide for the worker, and about, actually, yeah, is it 1.5? Yeah, I think like a little bit less than 1.5, and I said a little bit over 1.5 for the worker. The queen is about 1.5 wide, and I'd say about 2.5 long, and then the actual ant mound I'd say is about 4 centimeters wide, and about, I don't know, 3.5 centimeters tall. So again, you get the point, pretty small. Here's the next to a velociraptor, so very small set. Next, here's it compared to the Jurassic World Mononychus, which I guess kind of actually is like paleo accurate, since I think Alvarezsaurs actually would have eaten insects and probably would have eaten ants. I know some of them like Shibuya probably would have, but I don't know about Mononychus itself, but speculated that they would have used their small fingers to actually like dig into the ant mound. But I guess you could kind of use it like that as well if you didn't want to use it as specifically titanomyrma. But that's pretty much all I have to say on this figure. If you'd like to purchase it, it will be available on the Etsy, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Goodbye!